Hi everyone! 2 years ago I joined the very ambitious innovation agenda of the city of Helsingborg. It's a great benefit for me working for a political body where there is a consensus in innovation being a core mandate for the city. The team I have built and worked together with has the task to support and enhance the innovation capacity of the city employees and the platform we create for business, residents, academia, civil society and other actors. We want to be a testbed for innovation. My name is Olsson and I work as Head of Innovation and Transformation at the city of Helsingborg, a small town in the south of Sweden. So, why such a long and complicated title? Well, transformation is about being in the middle of change, and innovation aims to create change. The words are tightly connected, describing a movement of change. My responsibility is to get the city administration to be comfortable and capable of being in constant change. I'm not only working for the city, but also the municipal-owned companies such as the energy company, the wastewater company, the harbour, etc. Together with the administration, they create the core of a holistic innovation ecosystem, enhanced with the stakeholders of businesses, academia, civil society and residents. Cities need to step forward and take responsibility for complex societal issues, where it's not enough to just take small steps. We talk about challenges such as climate change, public safety and integration. If we are to meet those challenges, the cities need to take a step forward and take that responsibility. Otherwise, who will? How do we do that then? Well, everyone needs to understand why it's important to work with innovation. If we don't have that understanding, we will never succeed. We also need to address how. How can we create a structure to become good at starting from the needs of our residents, quickly go from having an idea to test it and then scale it if it creates value. Last but not least comes the what, and that is not the difficult one. When we come together from different angles, it's quite easy to find different ideas, and I'm sure you will experience that today. To be able to think outside the box, you just need to have different perspectives. If you are deeply involved in your own area, then you are probably not the best person to come up with totally different solutions, so you need help from others. We have always had a strong ambition in our city, but a strong ambition wasn't moving our city fast enough. 3 years ago, the City Council invested 250 million Swedish krona, approximately 25 million euros, earmarked for innovation. We now have a large welfare investment called H22, where we invite the world to co-create with us. Half of the money has gone directly to the city administrations, functioning as fuel to our courageous roadmap. We invite businesses to match our investments and civil society to push our ambitions, and other cities to push our frontiers and learn together with us. Next summer, for 35 days, what is today a testbed will transform into a spotlight on the innovations we have tried out, on the failures we have made, and on the ideas that we believe are worthwhile to scale both within the city and to other cities. You and the rest of the world is invited. We hope we will be the largest European arena for change agents within smarter, more sustainable and inclusive city development. But the H22 initiative is not only 35 days next summer, it's the journey we are on right now. To push ourselves further, we have worked with our culture, with our structure and with our ability. When it comes to culture, we have created a culture of dare, test, do mentality. From management down to employees, and that takes courage. We have also realized that we need to test many things before we find the right solutions. We will not know until we have tested, and we need to realize that we will fail on several of those tests. This is a mindset or cultural habit change. We have therefore initiated a prize for best failure in the city, or as one of the city's leaders says, in Helsingborg, we don't fail, we do successful failures. Having that understanding from the administrations and colleagues is necessary when being the courageous tester. When it comes to structure, now we have a structure that makes it easy for our employees and others to go from having an idea to test it to upscaling. We are actually testing several support systems for this, a joint understanding and training in methodology, such as, for example, service design. We work with structures in the administrations as well as agents working more cross-sectoral. The methodology we use in the healthcare department have the same cornerstones as city planning or the building administration. When it comes to ability then, we have a new role that is called innovation leader throughout the whole city. And we have central support to be able to help, for example, a caretaker or an assistant nurse that has a brilliant idea. We also have a common language, a joint understanding in what innovation is. And we look at the system in 3 ways. First, we have introduced ID-driven innovation. Everyone, regardless of whether there are employees, companies or residents, should know where to go with their IDs and get help to move forward. And that is we now have a preschool teacher driving artificial intelligence projects. Second, we have introduced challenge-driven innovation. We point out our challenges and ask for help, and that is why we, for example, now have more than 20 innovation initiatives regarding climate change. Our politicians are currently discussing whether or not they should raise the bar even more on our climate and energy plan. Today we have a political goal of being climate neutral by 2035. This is realistic with the process we have ongoing and the investments we have mapped out. Now, if they raise the bar to becoming climate neutral 5 years in advance by 2030, innovation is a must. And then the knowledge sits within the businesses and startups. The realization lies within the civil society, or rather the behavioral change of each single residence. For this, we have now set up climate contracts in the city, jointly directing our work and ensuring that the city enables the change. And third, we have introduced opportunity-driven innovation. We use technology and platforms to find solutions to our needs, and that is why we now have a platform for both IoT and artificial intelligence. We work with all 3 of these approaches, and now we have 280 initiatives in our open database. It's a very conscious decision we have taken to share what we do with everyone, because we need to work with academia and research, with the private sector, with our residents, with other cities to solve our challenges, and to be able to do that we need to be transparent. But trust me, it's also fruitful internally in the organization. It builds an understanding of what we are doing, it builds a pride in where we are heading. Perhaps the most important thing for us all to remember is that we start from the needs, not the way we are organized. It is the cross-collaboration that makes it happen. And remember, we need to test many things to find those that will create true value. It's about dare, test and do. Have fun and ensure that you stop here and there to share your insights and take input from others. This is what we're doing next summer at the H22 City Expo. Hope to see you there. Follow our work at innovation.helsingborg.se and please connect with me on LinkedIn. Wishing you the best days ahead. Good luck.